Ashe family, this is Edwin Rose, aka Amon Rose, always trying to bring you guys the truth, man. Hey family, send you positive energy, positive vibes. Let's dive right into this, man. So I had an awesome week, man, with wifey, and we was just talking about a lot of shit, man, And one of the things that we always are really blunt with each other about is the plight of things, how things came to be, how things are, how things was when we were little. And we were just talking about we never, well, she was just talking about, you know, all the homosexuality that we never saw it like that. And I was like, no, 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 sweetheart. We saw it. It was just not thrown in our face like it's thrown in our face now. I say we even heard it and it was just thrown in our face. And why I said this is because maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I'm listening to my old school hip hop, and was totally, utterly disgusted. One of my favorite artists at the time was Ice Cube, 100 Miles and Running, and I was like, wait a minute, whoa, 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 time out. So you're basically saying Easy E was fucking everybody. And she was like, oh, he sure did say that. And then I was like, I'm listening to my old, like I said, I'm listening to my old school West Coast rap, um, DJ Quick. I never had my dick sucked by a man before, and I'm just like, but you'll be the first one, you little hoe. I'm like, Tim Dog, Snoop Dogg talking about Tim Dog and fucking him in the ass, and the guys got big dicks around him. I'm like, nigga, it's just listen. And I've always said this to you. It doesn't matter to me if you're gay. Be gay, do your thing. But when you have a hidden agenda, that's the problem. I've told you guys, that's my issue with all of that shit. Like all of your entertainers, all of your rappers have a hidden homosexual agenda. Um, we'll get into the other gangster rap and the other gangster stuff. These cats aren't gangster. Snoop Dogg isn't gangster, and he talks about a lot of dick sucking, dick riding. This guy got a big dick. And nigga, why? That's not gangster. I'll tell y'all this, man, and I told y'all this prior that once you go conscious and you start seeing things, you're not going to stay the same. I've even told y'all, man, one of my favorite rappers was Rick Ross. One of the worst rappers is Rick Ross. One of the worst people, one of the worst human beings for the black culture or any type of black experience is Rick Ross. Rick Ross is the epitome of somebody playing gangster. Rick Ross is the epitome of somebody being fake. Rick Ross is the epitome of somebody embodying something that he doesn't know what he's doing. Rick Ross, one of the guys that I told you that I like, was one of my favorite lyricists, favorite rappers. I think he doesn't get enough credit as a lyricist, but if you listen to him, he has a lot of homosexual agendas in there. He's raped women in his music. Remember, he lost his, I think it was his Pepsi deal or his Reebok deal because he putting mollies in people's drinks and he's raping them. Those aren't just lyrics, family. You got to realize some of these guys are very good actors. Ice Cube, very good actor. Snoop Dogg, very good actor. All of these guys are, some of these guys are very good actors. Now, it's not up to us to kind of figure out who's real and who isn't and who's this. They all are. They all are subjected to this bullshit. Any entertainer, any black celebrity, they're subjected to this bullshit. It doesn't matter if they even talking bad about the other ones that are doing this and doing that. They're subjected to this bullshit. If you want to keep acting, you want to keep rapping, you're going to bend over and you're going to take it. It is what it is. They can be cool. You think they're the best rapper. You think they're the best person. You think they're this. You think they're that. Then all of a sudden they flip it on you. All these, even these young rappers, man. I know y'all seen a lot of stuff about the baby, but the baby was out there walking around in a diaper. How more degrading do you understand? How more degrading does a person have to do than walk around in a diaper look like he's shitting on himself to get a deal? You didn't have to do that. You could have put a baby on a t-shirt and walked around and did the same thing. You did not have to do that. That was once again, that was a ritual thing that they made him do. Now, and if you don't believe that, how many people you know right now that's in the rap game that can get away with murder unless they one of the top dogs? You don't get away with murder unless you're a top dog. You don't get away with disrespecting women and beating up women, punching women, if unless you're a top dog. Dr. Dre, Snoop, Tupac. Well, Tupac had to pay. Tupac had to pay because, like a lot of people don't want to admit that he was responsible for the rape of and the sodomy of this young lady, which they dropped the charges of the sodomy, which would have gave him a longer sentence. But if the girl is there to see you and then you whisper in her ear, "My homeboys want to have some too," and you let in Haitian Jack, and now you guys can listen to this other song, "When I Get Free," where he talks about Haitian Jack. He talks about Haitian Jack. He talks about being a snitch, being a motherfucker that rolled on him when when the shit went down. Haitian Jack. And and like I said, we'll do another video down the road about these gangsters and these rappers, how the gang world rules the rap world. We'll talk about that later. But today is just you guys have to understand the homosexual agenda that's in your face. It's so bad. If somebody did a good little video, so I'm going to play this for you guys so you guys can hear some of the lyrics. And I think Rick Ross is in this one, but it's just a lot of them. Like I said, Ice Cube, man, you go listen to 100 Miles and Running, and he's just not 100 Miles and Running, No Vaseline. And I'm like, you really just put that out there, but people, and since I lived through that era, we just looked at it as a diss. But no, those aren't just lyrics. Listen to it. But check this out, family. Protected by niggas with big dicks, AKs, and 187 skills. Let me tell you something. You might got more cash than me, but you ain't got the skills to eat a nigga's ass like me. They'll be getting shaky when I come from the rear. Well, you niggas that been to jail before know that it's about to get thick. Bangkok and Bangkok. You look so good, huh? I suck on your daddy's dick. I like to fuck him in the air while he beat up the pussy. Yeah, I never had my dick sucked by a man before, but you gon' be the first, you little trick ass hoe. Yeah, motherfucker, right back on your ass. I hear it in the bitches and I cut up to the gas. Info, bitch, you fake first dragon. You got a big booty, ever last, let me tell you. Picture me, paper pussy when the dicks were free. I seen them shoes in my face with their ass up. Let me put my cake on, my rubber and my mask up. Yes, you ain't heard that we fucking live. I get this bag of the French kiss. Got nothing in my mouth and not beside my hand. 80-pound ball, 6'6" long. Shawty got some real good business. Niggas press their luck and they get a butt fucking. I eat a nigga ass like an almond joy. Hey, ooh, hey, look at Steve back there. Take your dick get hard, buddy. Real niggas with big dicks. On the mic like shit. Flipping in nigga asshole like oh. Man, fuck him in the head. Just like some jelly cream. I go in niggas' mouth. And like the limousine, I spit your nigga out. And y'all know T.I. been fucking niggas, and they had that video banned where he was sitting around having niggas jack him off and shit like that. But that's what I'm saying, y'all. This shit been around and in our faces for years, and we have not addressed it at all. Come on now, you go in niggas' asses and stretch them out, huh? Come on, man. Like I said, and here's the bottom line to it. While my wife and I was talking, there's certain things. There's certain things that I, as a man, am not going to say. There are certain things that I, as a man, am not going to play with because you couldn't say it. See, you have to flip things around, family, and understand the content. Now, all you men out there, if another man was to tell you that, how would you react? We got a squad. Any of those lyrics, as soft as they was, as hard as they was, as clever as they were, if another man tell you that, for those of us that like women, that truly enjoy our queens out there, that's an insult. That's a slap in the face. That's disrespectful. You couldn't say that to me and we be cool. So when we're listening to these things, we're listening to it for entertainment purposes. I get it. I get it. I totally get it. But once you become conscious and once you start living, a conscious life and you know, I don't want to see nobody get hurt. I don't want to see the harm, in anybody. But you're talking about fucking niggas in the ass. You're talking about raping people. You're talking about doing despicable shit. Now, once again, as a man, I'm not going to talk about fucking another nigga in the ass. I'm not going to discuss getting my dick sucked by another man. To you guys, that's not an and just a conversational piece. If I tell a nigga suck my dick, it is a disrespectful thing. If you say nigga suck your dick or nigga, and now I would never say I'm gonna fuck you in the ass. That's that prison talk. I ain't got nothing against it. If you've been there and you do that, that's your thing. And then saying suck my dick is not a term where you say, hey, I really want you to do it. Now, the way he said it is yes. But when you say suck your dick, it's finna go down, family. It's finna be a fight. It's like I'm here with my aggression right now, nigga, and I'm trying to be as disrespectful as I can to another man. Suck my dick. Fuck you, nigga. But I I don't get it. We missed it. But these are the things that we have to talk about and say that these cats, y'all don't like a lot of y'all don't like exposing the truth and telling the truth about some of these raping, homosexual, orgy having ass people because y'all like them, y'all fans. Y'all have to stop being fans. I even told y'all I thought Rick Ross was one of the coldest rappers. No, I can't even tell you the last time I played him on my phone on Pandora. He is. I mean, like I said, if you do any studying on anybody, anytime, man, and you just let people talk, I've told y'all this before. You just let people talk, they will expose themselves. How can you be a CO and then at night go be a gangster rapper? How? How? And then say, there's things I can't talk about. That was easy to talk about. That was easy to talk about for me because I can understand us actually implementing the spook that's set by the door. I could actually understand now. Once again, these people think they're so smart, family. They don't even understand that there's people out there that understand tactics, that understand warfare. So I understand the spook that's set by the door, and I told y'all it never works because we can't infiltrate their situation or their institutes without selling out. We sell out. Black people, we sell out. We don't go in there and be like, oh, I'm gonna go back and tell them. No, we don't do that. We're not military minded like that. But I understand if that was the situation where he said, hey, you know, I went in there and did what I had to do. It was a spook by the door situation. Anybody that reads and anybody that's intelligent would have been like, oh, okay. So you infiltrated they shit. You probably, read some dope through there and you did what you had to do as a CO. We that you can speak on that. Hey man, I was bringing in 4 5 bricks a day up there. We had the whole prison on lock. Can't tell y'all who I'm affiliated with. I can't tell y'all who I work for, but shoot, that's why I became a CO. They found a guy with the cleanest record. They paid for my training, like I told y'all that we should do when it comes to political candidates. See, but you're not smart enough to even say that, and you're saying that you're doing something that you can't speak on, so you're lying. You was a CO. You was a good dude. You was a, and here's my thing. Ain't nothing wrong with none of this stuff. The truth is just the truth. Like y'all want to be dismissive of Orlando Brown because he on drugs. But like he said, the truth is the truth. All them guys do it. All them guys sacrifice something, family. It's called a sacrifice. It's called a blood sacrifice. The last video I did when I told y'all, you always heard, what would you do for money? That's the biggest sacrifice that most of these guys do, and we have embodied it because we're indoctrinated into their programs, into their institutions. T.I. been fucking niggas for the longest. Easy E was fucking niggas for the longest. Dr. Dre do the same thing. Snoop Dogg and them do the same thing. Birdman do the same thing. Jay-Z has been involved doing the same thing. All these cats do that shit. All these cats, and Jay-Z's a pedophile. I'll say it. I'll say it. Y'all love him. He's a pedophile. How old was he when he married Beyonce? How old was Beyonce? Beyonce wasn't even 18, was she? Uh-huh. See, y'all gotta realize what you're watching and what you're paying attention to. And like I say, this is just part one, man. I'm gonna get into. We're gonna dive deep into this entertainment shit and really start exposing this shit for what it is, man. It is, and the music industry is the worst exploitation of black culture on the planet. Listen to me. I'm saying this right now, so when you hear it again, you know where it came from. The music industry is the biggest exploitation of the black community ever put together. They exploit the fuck out of us. It's so good and so bad that we in turn do the same thing to us. We will turn around, create our own shit, and do the same thing that was done to us instead of making it better. So pay attention to the agendas, family. Pay attention to the agendas, family. You know, this shit is not for fake. This shit is not it's not for fun. It's real. I'll give you one more before I leave up out of here, right? So, um, most of these videos that I'm talking about right now that I'm gonna tell you about have been taken down because of how great this man was as a comedian. But there were a lot of speculations back in the day that Richard Pryor was homosexual. Um, but there's also Richard Pryor joked about it. Y'all can go find his roast of the one that they just came out and said that he was sick and he was on tour. I can't even remember his name. And I posted him up here before, but he used to write for Richard Pryor. Um, but I want y'all to go look at that roast. And Richard Pryor is joking, but he's kind of nervous. You know, he's trying to see if the audience is playing. And he roasts, the comedian. And I'll tag it. I'll find it and put it on this video. Um, and he was talking about that was his first faggot that he fucked. He said, I was gonna marry him, but something came up, and then Richard is like kind of like low laughing, but he's kind of like looking at the crowd, seeing if everybody's laughing, and he keeps going. So these wasn't really jokes. This is real shit. So I tell y'all, a good person, a good comedian, a good artist, a good script writer includes their life. They're very observative people, so they see things and they can make light of it, they can make fun of it, they can create a story off of it. They're very intellectual, you know what I'm saying? They have the writing skills to put it down on paper and make it funny. They have a very um, good skill of putting it on paper to make music, but it's real. Don't think just because a motherfucker put it on paper, it's fake. I want y'all to listen to this dude when he's doing that and pay attention to his body because you can see this. Pay attention to his mannerisms and his posture and how he's looking at everybody and how nervous he is. So and then I was watching um Which Way Is Up, and when you go to the first time they have like a little family get together at their house, there's a whole bunch of transgender women. The women in that movie is transgender women. Those are no, they ain't even transgender. They were just drag queens back in the day. Those are men dressed up like women. So, like I said, you don't play with those type of things unless you into those type of things. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be, you're not gonna do those type of things as a straight man, and you're not. You're just not. It's not. And I'm speaking on a straight man's platform, telling you what a straight man wouldn't do. I wouldn't do it. If you're okay with playing a gay man, I'm okay with. Listen, I'm okay with playing a gay man. I can't kiss another man. You can allude to it. I can't lay up with another nigga behind me humping on me, but you can allude to it. I can't lay up on another nigga and hump on another nigga and kiss another nigga and be intimate with a nigga. I'm not okay with that. That's something that goes against my whole DNA. I'm thinking about it. Like I said, if that's for you, that's for you. So be it. I salute you. That's for you. But as a straight man, that shit makes me sick to my stomach. I can't do that. I couldn't act like that. I couldn't. I couldn't. I don't give a fuck how much pedigree you have as a fucking actor. If you're a straight man, there's some lines and barriers that you fucking just won't cross. I can't cross it. No, it's not going down like that. I don't even know if I could act sissified on TV if that's like what these guys want to do, and like these comedians and actors want to say, "Oh, I never wear a dress, and I never do this, and I never do that," and they end up doing it anyway. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Oh, you won't wear the dress, but you definitely gonna take some dick. You ain't gonna wear the dress? Okay, well shit. You gotta come to 4-5 parties. You gotta come to 4-5 bust down parties before we even let you back on air. And we finna tear that ass up. And we're gonna film it. You're gonna suck, fuck, get nutted on. We're gonna degrade you. We're gonna beat you. We're gonna bruise you. You're gonna get that blood sacrifice one way or another. You ain't gonna put this dress on so we could degrade you as a man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta start seeing the funk, man. Y'all gotta pay attention to this shit. This shit, all of this shit is a plan. It's planned, family. Because they really don't hate homosexuals. They're trying to turn everybody into open-minded, fluid people, so they can abuse you. They can trap you. Like I said, you'll walk around here. Most of these guys will walk around here and say they're not gay, but then you'll turn around and bend over and let a man fuck you in the ass. All right, man. I went long enough, but I just want to get that bit of information out there, man. You've been seeing it. We just ain't been paying attention to it. Once again, we got to stop this culture of putting this shit out for our children. That's one. And two, this rape culture. But you can't cry rape because here's the deal. In order for you to get this contract, you gotta let me fuck you in the ass. In order for you to get this contract, you gotta let us run a train on you. It's a willful act. So now it's not rape. But like I said, this is the first one that I'm gonna touch on with this gangster rap gang culture bullshit. It's all gay. All of them done some gay shit. They all gay. They all like men. They all fuck with men. They all suck and fuck on men or get sucked and fucked on. Shit ain't just lyrics, y'all. The shit is real. But we'll talk about how the gang culture exploits the music culture that exploits the black culture that they both exploit. We'll talk about that down the road. All right. But I just wanted to bring that to y'all, man. And I hope y'all have a great weekend. Hotel.